what did you get from the film Leave the World Behind?
And I've said this before in different ways, but essentially, this movie is why I want to be gone first. Okay. Maybe that's a spoiler, but I don't want to be around. Okay. I'd rather go up in a flash than try and
Survive.
yeah, because I'm like the dad. I'm a man who relies on the internet. I need technology. I'm not a fair man. I
So,
like to go.
so you wouldn't be able to live on the land, you know? Start going back to the hunter and gatherers.
I would like to be taken in the rapture. I don't want to be
Oh,
on
of
the land.
course, of course. If that's the way to go, yeah, definitely the rapture. But
But,
let's say you're stuck
but
down here.
I mean, I wouldn't be running around like they were. I would be in that house, locked down with rationing food. Tough now. Now it's time to play games.
Yeah. I found this movie to be pretty interesting, and also, I mean, my first viewing was more of like, this movie's okay, nothing special. But it's one of those where you have to really go back a second time and look into all the details and all the signs that
Mm.
they have. And I don't think I got everything, but I still thought it was pretty interesting. And the main point that I got from this was this stuff could actually happen.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
like what
that's why it's
happened?
terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about what's really going on in the world right now, the tension between countries, the couple of wars that have broken out, like between Russia and Ukraine,
Hmm.
and then what's the other one?
So Israel,
Yes, Israel. I didn't want to be wrong. I didn't want to sound
yeah,
stupid, but yeah, Israel.
Israel and Palestine.
Yes. But it just makes you think about what could actually happen if we do lose technology and the interconnectivity that we have, the freedom of just sending a text or calling somebody. And then what happens when all that goes away? That's what this movie shows.
It also shows you need to have friends.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Friends,
they were a bit isolated, and it showed.
getting to know your neighbors.
Right?
I think that's something that's probably severely lacking these days.
Yeah.
You don't really know your neighbors as well. I mean, you might wave and say, hey, just in passing, but you don't really get to know them. Get to know them on a level where if something happens, you can reach out to them.
That's a good point. We talked to some of our neighbors, and even then, it's still fairly surface level. Our one of our neighbors we talk to pretty regularly, but everybody else is a hey, how you doing? With that,
It's more like, what you doing outside? Just kind of like a little stare, then look
hmm
away.
cutting your grass again, huh? Not cutting your grass again.
The trash in the yard.
Yeah, the old lawnmower been sitting in the side of the curb for 3 weeks. I don't think they're coming to get. You take care of that.
Grass growing too high. Like, man, come on now, you
Right.
cut that grass.
But you don't say anything. You just silently judge from your window.
Now, sometimes there was one time that I did have to go over to the neighbors and tell them to move their car because it was in our drive. Well, it wasn't in our driveway, but
Yeah,
it
we're all
was
close.
it was pretty much like in front of our mailbox, kind of blocking the way of if we wanted to get outside of the driveway. So
Right.
I didn't have to walk over there like move your car. Come on now, you already got like a space in there. I don't know why you just sitting out here. It's actually a friend's car, but still.
Mm.
Um, but they've never really spoken to me that much, even before then. But as far as like the other neighbors, it's pretty surface level, just a hey and goodbye. Did have one move out not too long ago, so I probably talked to him the most, and that wasn't really a lot. But in this type of situation in this film, it's nice to have friends. Your neighbors. But if something like this
Oh, yeah.
were to go down, it could go bad pretty quickly. Thanks for watching. And if you would like to be featured on our podcast, make sure to click the link in the description.